116 years ago, Arsenal almost disappeared. No glory, no trophies, no fame, just a struggling football club in Woolwich, drowning in debt and despair. Supporters whispered that the club would vanish forever. A proud team that once inspired hope was now fighting for its very survival. By 1910, Arsenal's problems were staggering. Crowds had shrunk to just a few hundred. Players weren't paid on time. Debts piled up with no end in sight. Some said it was inevitable. The club would fold. Woolwich, the home of Arsenal, was far from the city centre. Fans couldn't travel easily. Matches were empty. Even the most loyal supporters were losing hope. The very identity of Arsenal was at risk. But in football, desperation often sparks courage. The club's directors refused to surrender. They negotiated loans. They pleaded with supporters. They searched for a solution that could save Arsenal from extinction. And then came a bold, almost unbelievable decision: to move the club from Woolwich to North London. It was risky. Fans were sceptical. Critics laughed. But the leadership knew this gamble was the club's only chance. The move changed everything. North London embraced Arsenal. Crowds grew larger than ever. Money started flowing. The club that teetered on the edge of death began to rise. Without this audacious decision, there would be no Highbury Stadium, no legendary 1930s dynasty, no modern Arsenal F.C. Arsenal had been reborn, stronger, hungrier, and ready for greatness. Every victory, every legendary player, every trophy traces back to that moment of near extinction. The day Arsenal almost died was the day they chose to fight, to survive, and to become immortal. In 1925, Arsenal appointed a man who would change the club forever. His name was Herbert Chapman. At the time, Arsenal were not yet giants. They were a team still rebuilding after the struggles of the early 1910s. Chapman saw what others did not. He believed football could be scientific, strategic, and intelligent. He introduced revolutionary ideas: shirt numbers for players, modern training methods, careful preparation before every match. But his greatest innovation was the WM formation. It gave Arsenal a structure that opponents could not break. For the first time, English football had a team that combined strategy, skill, and defence in a completely new way. Slowly, Arsenal began to dominate. Victories turned into trophies. In 1930, Arsenal lifted their first FA Cup. Then came league titles, one after another. By the 1930s, Arsenal had become the most powerful team in England. Records were broken and legends were born. Chapman did not just build a winning team. He changed how football itself was played. Every tactical system, every structured formation, every modern football philosophy still carries a shadow of his vision. Herbert Chapman's arrival marked the start of Arsenal's first golden era. From near extinction in 1910 to dominance in the 1930s, the club had been reborn. It was more than tactics. It was vision. It was the foundation of everything Arsenal would become.